So, back for another episode of Believe in Boyt with this Florges team. So this is going to be the last episode that I'm going to be using this team. I have been enjoying it quite a lot. So if you are interested in using the team yourself, the team ID is in the top right, as well as the creator in the description with a poker paste as well. Let's get into some battles. Is that actual Casti? Because that's his team. That might be second in the world Casti. I hope it is. Right, so I know this team then. Interesting. So, what to do for this? So Lazzle outspeeds my Boyt, which is annoying. Gyarados can be very nice. The Izumo's a Perish Song one, but the Gyarados is looking like it could be quite sweet here. Can't remember if the Hydreigon had Tailwind or not. If it didn't, then I can go for Mousehold Gyarados to double protect. If they go for Glade and then Mungus, that would be bad. I'm going to go Mousehold and Gyarados. Scarlet seems okay, but it's a Sapsip or a Azumarill. So it's actually not as good. So I will bring Boyt. And then Volcarona is not that great here. I'm going to go for Florges, I think. No, I need more against the Amoonguss as well. And Florges doesn't help with that, so it will be Volcarona. Because then I'm heavily relying on the Gyarados Terra Blast to deal with the Amoonguss otherwise. And if I brought Florges, then I have nothing else to deal with it at all. I guess to an extent the Population Bomb can do it, but... copy my training card, that's rude. That is the go-to lead for this team. What has happened to Salazzle with the pixelation? That's worse than Grimmsnarl. What have they done? Right, so... It's a shame I'm not Ghost on the Mousehold. I'm pretty sure it was a Steel Hydreigon. I will attempt to Population Bomb KO this Salazzle, and I will attempt to Dragon Dance. And one of them is likely to go off. Yeah, look at that Salazzle, what have they done? But that's fair enough. It is just Tailwinds, that's okay. Because what I can do is I can double protect, follow me Dragon Dance, and protect again. Can't see many downsides to that. So, double protect. And then it'll be... And I can even switch into the Boyt, actually. And then get a Fake Out going as well. And it is a Jetpack on this Lazzle, so I could easily Waterfall KO it. But just Overheat. They wanted to eject there. Well, they're going to be able to recycle their Fake Out, like literally what I just said. So... Shame I didn't Dragon Dance there, that would have been pretty sweet. Yeah, I will just follow me again. And I will Dragon Dance again. There is the Overheat. So I could have probably got away with going for a attack there with like Population Bomb or Encore. But now Gyarados is set up quite nicely. Azumarill, so they're going to probably want to Perish Song. But this is not too bad. Because I can go into Boyt now. I can Fake Out the Azumarill. I don't think I can afford to Volcarona yet. So I will go into Boyt. And it's just I could just double the Azumarill with Double Shock and But then that gives the paid switch. I need to fake out this turn. Yeah, fake out the Azumarill this turn. But I can't get a KO yet. Because if I let the Salazzle come in, then they can get the fake out and Perish Song. But then is that the worst thing, to be honest? Fake out into Azumarill. Is it Dragon Dance or is it attack? I'm going to attack. If that's Salazzle, that's good. That's Salazzle, that's good. So yeah, that's a pretty sweet turn. That's not Ghost, is it? Is that going to be Ghost? That's Fairy, okay. I'm fine with that. That's fine. That was to resist the double shock, but that's fine. Well, I could revive it besting my mouse hold. That's pretty sweet. And I don't need to Terra my Gyarados to be able to do good damage to the Azumarill now as well. So that's quite nice. And what could the last one be? Amoonguss? Just Garchomp. See, I don't need the flying on the Gyarados anymore. It would only be to hit the Hydreigon to an extent. Can I KO the Azumarill with this? Feel like I can. And they do just attack, so that's good. Oh, yes I can! Yes, I absolutely can! Go Gyarados! And because I'm pretty confident it's still Steel on the Hydreigon, I should be able to get away with just Waterfall into Gyarados and Close Combat into Hydreigon. And I should be okay. Okay, yeah, that's not much damage. So yeah, Close Combat. And then Waterfall into Garchomp. That's fine. So long as I KO. I'm +2, I should KO. I did not KO. Well done, Garchomp. That's not good for me at all. Because Rock Slide wins the game. I was fully expecting that to KO. Now Rock Slide wins. Except it doesn't, because Waterfall is amazing! So, yeah, now this is pretty locked up. I can go for Close Combat, KO Hydreigon, and, yeah, Waterfall into Garchomp. So that was a fortunate flinch for sure. We'll have to see if they had Rock Slide, because Dragon Claw, Earthquake, probably Rock Slide, but that was quite fortunate at the end there. Okay, there is Dondozo. It's pretty standard. Can I try again? I do want to put it off. So what I'm thinking here is, because the Throat Spray would be the worst thing that could happen to... Like, I'm still going to go with this, that I did in the previous episode. But if they leave with Sylveon, I might just go for Terra, Grass, Overgrow, Flower Trick into the Sylveon. Do I even need to do that? Could I just go for, like, Flower Trick and Moonblast with that KO? So if that does, that's ideal. I will bring Gyarados. And Volcarona is good if Dondozo is taken care of. Pawmot is still good. No, Pawmot... Yeah, no, I prefer Pawmot. So... Yeah, because I can't let the Mirror Herb be used. How many trainer cards have selfies, do you reckon? So I've only seen a few that don't have a selfie. It's not a Sylveon. the Flower Veil means I'm not intimidated, so that's actually super sweet. Right. But you turned into Gyarados, that's not too bad. But so long as I can just KO the Goldengo, I'm sorted, right? So even if I lose Meowscarada to the Flare Blitz, then I'll be able to get the Gyarados in. And I think I will skill swap Intimidate onto this Arcanine. Yeah, they are terroring. So... Actually, no, I didn't think about that, because they're going to be able to survive and make it rain KO my Florges now, aren't they? So, yeah, didn't think about that one. Guess I needed to Terra into the Water type. Their Scarf, that's even worse. Because that KOs Meowscarada now. No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, but that's still very bad. At least the Scarf is gone. But that's not good. That could be worse, but that was not good. However, the fact that they Terra the Goldengo there means that they probably don't have what's it called? Dondozo in the back, right? So, yeah, I get to go into Gyarados at least, and I can get the Dragon Lance. But then do they go for... Do they go for a Will-O-Wisp? It's better to just Waterfall KO the Arcanine. I think it might be. Assumingly I outspeeded. I think I'm jolly. Although I undersped the Tatsugiri Scarf one in the previous game. So if I'm adamant, then I expect to underspeed. I am jolly, so I don't know what happened in that previous game. But yeah, I can just go for Waterfall immediately into Arcanine. Could Dragon Lance, but if they got no... Well, actually, no, I kind of need to Dragon Lance because of the Meowscarada, right? So I will go for that. And I will expect to lose the Forges this turn. They just Flare Blitz, okay. Well, yeah, my Dragon Lance, so this is actually an entirely reasonable position. Because next turn I get a double KO. Unless they're going to Thunderbolt me, because I knocked off their Scarf, so that frees up them being able to switch moves into not a Thunderbolt. Okay, that was quite scary for a second. This is okay. It's definitely okay. It just depends, is the Dondozo in the back. But if it is, I can Revival Blessing my Meowscarada, and they can't Terra out of the Water type, so then I'll be able to just go for the Banded Flower Trick through them. So now this is just a Waterfall into the Arcanine. It is just a close combat into the Goldengo, and there is not much bad things that can happen here, so this is just going to be the double KO. Now, if it's Sylveon and Meowscarada in the back, could be potentially awkward given that they're going to be focused Ash on the Meowscarada almost certainly. Would be the best way around to do it. Because if I double into the Sylveon and they don't protect, then I'm okay. But that is Dondozo. So I'm definitely Revival Blessing my... so I didn't pull off the Mirror Herb again, but they can't Terastallize here, so... This is not the worst thing. It's just with the... No, the Tatsugiri would then be able to KO me in the future, so... Protect and Revival Blessing here, even though if they attack the Pawmots, then whatever. So I guess I could have gone for Dragon Dance. Just do the attack the Pawmot. They underspeed, so that's a very good thing for me. So that is pretty sweet. Meowscarada comes back. They did just Earthquake, so yeah. Useless Protect, but oh well. I'm going to be able to get Chip into it with Double Shock. And then, but then if they KO the Gyarados this turn, then it'll come down to if they connect with Muddy Water on both. So I can Dragon Lance again. And I can Double Shock. Yeah, I can Double Shock to definitely put it in Flower Trick range. Oh, if they KO Gyarados this turn, actually, I think I'm fine. Because then I can go for Terra Electric Double Shock, which should KO the Tatsugiri as the Dondozo is now KO'd to the Flower Trick, right? Yeah, Terra Blast. Is that into Format? That's just in Format, yeah, okay. So now I get to go for Dragon Lance again and Flower Trick for the KO. And then I definitely KO the... like, I assume I KO with Banded Flower Trick, right? If I don't, that's going to be incredibly awkward. But I strongly assume I do. So I will Dragon Lance once again. Do I need to? So I've Dragon Lance twice now. I definitely KO the Tatsugiri. Do I just attack just to make sure? I think I attack just to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, because I do KO the Tatsugiri. It's got no defenses, so... Nice chip. And this should absolutely KO, right? Yes, good. And then we'll see if they're Scarlet on the Tatsugiri as well. And if they... No, actually, it doesn't make a difference. Like, they have to be Sash. And if they are Sash, then Meowscarada now outspeeds and KOs. If they're Scarf, then I outspeed and KO them Gyarados. So I am sorted. Because now I can Terra Flying. And I can Flower Trick. And they are completely pinned here. There is nothing they can do. So again, facing a Dondozo with a Florges and didn't pull off the Mirror Herb. But was still able to break through it with Meowscarada, so... Now, what's perfectly fine. Them using up their Steel early was quite bad for them. I think there's probably a roll on Meowscarada if they make it rain KOs. But, yeah, that was not ideal for them going for Steel with the Goldengo. If it did KO Meowscarada, then that would be perfectly fine for them. But, it did not. And this absolutely should KO Tatsugiri because it's got no defenses, so very good. It is Focus Sash, so, you know, that means it underspeeds the Meowscarada, which means that Flower Trick now KOs. So, yeah, they couldn't be Scarf and Focus Sash. So, they were completely pinned. Very good. They're actually taking care of the Dondozo this time. But do really want to pull off the Florges Mirror Herb tech, because that is really cool when it works. But not quite in this one. Not quite. Ah, there is a Dondozo, okay. And there's Baxcalibur, which is cool. Like, that's a cool version of Dondozo. Well, I guess any Baxcalibur one would be. But if I go with Florges, and they go with a Dragon Dance Baxcalibur, then the Mirror Herb is used up on that instead. Which I would strongly prefer not to happen. I do want to try and pull off the Florges. If they leave with it immediately, then I'll be able to. I don't think they will. Definitely bringing Florges is just going to be able to try and pull it off. I will leave with Pawmot, even though it's going to be a Pawmot versus Pawmot. And... don't like Volcarona here. Meowscarada is probably necessary because of the Dondozo. I will bring Florges in the back. And... Household or Gyarados? Yeah, I think it's Gyarados. God, I want to pull off that Mirror Herb. This is the last chance, because this is the last battle with the team. copy my training card, though. Incredibly rude. Okay, Tatsugiri is there. So... Oh, Miascarada would switch out first. Take out Miascarada and switch to Forges, but I don't think that's going to work. Because Miascarada would hard switch first if they do. But surely they don't switch to Dondozo in the face of Pormot and Miascarada. That would be just a terrible idea. Could have gone for U-turn, but that would be risky in the face of this just Icy Wind. But Slash broken. There's Icy Wind. So, would Forges survive the Flower Trick? Not entirely sure. Go on, switch this turn. You know you want to. I will close combat and I will not Terror. That would be a bad idea. I hope I survive. Switch. Do it. That's not a switch. But if this is a survival on Forges, I'm okay. Like, go for Pormot, please. Pormot. Pormot's the target. Pormot is the target. No! Pormot was the target! No! Oh, I can't even Revival Blessing now. Boo. Not ideal. And that doesn't KO anymore because they're fairy type. No, that's not good. That's like terrible. It's definitely Gyarados. But now I can't even Revival Blessing. I have to switch out to the Miascarada to be able to do that, and that would not really help me. Yeah, that's not good. Because I was debating switching into Gyarados for Intimidate, but I thought that's pointless against Flower Trick. But it wasn't useless against Play Rough. This doesn't help me. I guess if I KO the Tatsugiri in one with the Gyarados, then it's still possible. I will attempt to Revival Blessing, and I don't expect to. And I will Terra Blast the Tatsugiri, potentially for a KO. And they don't switch, so... If they miss with the Play Rough, that would be absolutely lovely. But I mean, I have to win a speed tie with my Miascarada as well if I want to win that. Go on, miss. You know you want to miss. And this has to KO Tatsugiri as well, which I don't think it would. Yeah, no Revival Blessing for me. Rip Florges, no Mirror Herb for you. Yeah, I didn't leave. Like, if I just led with Florges, then I could have been okay. But I think the extra chip put that in Play Rough range. So I wouldn't have expected that to KO, but oh well. Okay, that does KO, so if they do have Dondozo waiting in the back and I do win the speed tie against the Miascarada, then I'm still in it. But I still don't think I am, because like if they bring in Sylveon here, then that's terrible for me. I would need to flinch them with Waterfall. And that's Pormot, so I definitely lose. Like, there is no way out of this now if they just fake out the Miascarada. Apart from Play Rough Miss. Play Rough Miss is all there is. Like, you definitely fake out Miascarada this turn. Yeah, no, I don't see any ways out of this now. Okay. That's something. They just attacked, so... If this is Revival Blessing... This is Revival Blessing, it's still possible. This is still possible. I guess they can Terra out of the... Flower Trick KOing them now, but, like... Yeah, because they still have their Terra. So yeah, this is like, still not possible. But that could have just been a double shock for them. That was as good as that turn could have gone. But it's still too bad. Because there's Dondozo, and then they just get to switch into the Tatsugiri. So long as they... yeah, I just need to be able to somehow KO them. And I will attempt to Waterfall Flinch this Pormot, but they should just switch into Tatsugiri anyway. If I flinch the Pormot, then it's still possible. But otherwise it is not, because they get a KO on either of my Pokemon here. I had Dragon Lance, right? But I'd been Icy Winded, and I completely blanked on that, so there was no chance at all in this game. So, yeah. Forgot about that earlier Icy Wind. But yeah, there's no chance here. Florges did not pull off its thing. If it would have survived the Play Rough, I think that would have been very close if Play Rough would have survived or not. But switching into Gyarados would have been very good. But, yeah. Now they just switch into this Terra, and then they are fine. There's no downside to them now. Yep, sit through the Omni Boost, as we always do for Dondozo. And we'll see if they Terra into Flying, the bad type, even though people are going for Flying all the time. Even though Dragon and Grass are better, in my opinion. Yep, there's Flying. Like, everyone is Flying now. I get it, but I also still don't get it. Dragon and Grass are better. I'm still okay, but yeah, no chance. And there's the Terra Blast for the KO, so... Unfortunately, I faced many Dondozos and did not pull off the Florida strategy, so... That's just proving that, like, you can have a tech for beating an opposing Pokemon, but even if it is a pretty hard check, the opponent can just play around it. Like, I never pulled off the Mirror Herb skill swap, even though that would have been a brilliant counter. It's a shame I didn't put it off, because that would have been sweet.